Lagot! Deadline pala ngayon.
May nakalimutan ka ba?
Ano nga bang kukunin ko? Ano ba talaga yung kukunin ko?
May nakalimutan ka ba?
Mali na naman. Ano ba yung password ko?
May nakalimutan ka ba?
Good memory makes a difference. Memo Plus Gold, pure and natural bako pamonyera. Lamang ang brainy good.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Memo Plus Gold ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Kuya Kim, ano ba talaga?
Magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Welcome to Ano Ba Talaga with Kuya Kim. Ito pong podcast na to is brought to you by Spotify, PH, and the Pod Network. Kung nagugustuhan niyo po itong podcast na to and you've been following us, listening to us for the past episodes, please press the notification bell para alam po ninyo kung kailan ako mag-upload and you're there right away. And you see 5 stars sa ibabaw. If you really like it, press 5 stars and give me a 5-star review. Ang guest natin ngayon, exciting ito. Kasi this personality is so popular online. Ang mga na-interview niya, mga na-guest niya rin sa kanyang social media, mga nagbibigatang pangalan in the food industry. She has millions of followers and she's so popular. Pero first time ko makakausap, so excited ako because I want to get to know her and I want you to get to know her on a different level this time. Ito po, content creator, super popular, Abby Marquez.
Hello po.
Abby, kamusta?
Okay lang po. So happy to be here. It's been a while since I guested on a podcast. And I like how it's a longer version than the type of things that I do. Yeah. Diba? 1 minute lang. But yeah. I love having conversations also.
Yeah. Actually, I've been following you on... when I knew that you're gonna be my guest, sabi ko, let me get to know Abby Marquez. So I stalked you. Nakita ko yung TikTok mo, kaya naman pala parang 7 million na yung followers mo. Kaya naman pala because you're so engaging. Unang-una, ang galing mong magsalita kahit na fast forward. Kadalasan fast forward eh.
Yeah.
Fast forward and then the way it's produced is so nice. Mm-hmm. And then, ang mga guests mo naman, Gordon Ramsay lang. Ano ba? How did you get to that level? Kwento mo nga. How did you start muna?
So I started doing content. Stuck po ako sa bahay dahil online class. It was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So yung college years ko, the first 2 years was the usual physical class in UPD. Mm-hmm. And then
UPD naman ka?
Yeah, opo.
What's your student number?
2018.
Yeah. You know mine? 8446067. 84 ako.
Iba na,
matanda pa ako sa tatay mo.
Iba pa yung format nun.
Iba pa.
844. What does 844 mean?
84 means 1984. 84-46067. That's my student number. In UP kasi whenever tinanong ka, ang sasabihin mo yung student number mo.
Yeah.
May blue book pa ba sa UP hanggang ngayon?
Meron blue book.
Blue pa rin?
I think so, yeah.
Sumasakay ka ng ikot?
Yes, of course. Nag-dorm po ako sa UP.
Anong dorm mo? Kalayaan?
Yung bago po, Centennial.
May Centennial dorm na ngayon.
Yeah, bago.
Panahon namin, Kalayaan, Sampaguita.
Yeah, opo. Hanggang ngayon po, meron pa rin po yun.
Alam mo, saan ako mamaya natin pag-usapan dyan. Marami tayong pag-usapan dyan. Teka, ginulo kita. Balik ka muna dun sa, how did you start providing content?
Last year of my college life, online class, I was stuck at home. So I did a lot of cooking for my family. Kasi yun po talaga, naturally, I always cook for everyone. I love spending my weekends or when I'm not in class cooking, and I also love making videos. Mm-hmm. So yun po, isa ko talaga siyang passion, and how it manifested was when in high school I would join extracurricular activities that would like train me to be better at making films. And in college, I also sat in Ramon Bautista's film class kahit hindi siya part of my degree program.
Mascom ka?
Hindi po. I was a hotel management student.
SRM? Oh.
Yeah, so I had to write to the dean na please allow me to attend these film classes out of just passion for it. So food and film, those have been my 2 top passions. So, nung na-stuck ako sa bahay at nagkaroon ng bagong Omicron, yung coronavirus strain, I had to find a way to express, I guess, my creativity. And ayan po, just very randomly, I also don't know why, I just took out my very cheap 500 peso studio light and my phone and filmed what I was cooking at home for dinner. And then I put a voiceover. And that video, it went viral. So
why did it go viral?
I also tried to analyze. I think first one is because of the voiceover. I think that was the top comment or pinakamaraming comment is the voiceover. People really liked my voice.
By going viral, how many millions of views did it get?
I would call it viral
In that level?
during the time, 1
during the
million views on
That's
TikTok.
because you were starting out.
Yes, that was such a big deal. So, actually po, nung naka-reach siya ng 29,000 views, sobrang hindi ako makapaniwala eh. Kasi followers ko during that time, around 10 people, 15 people.
Yeah.
So, big deal talaga sa akin na, lalo nung nag-reach siya ng 1 million, it kind of made me realize na, kaya pala, pwede pala. So, me being a taga-UP, ang ginawa ko was, I studied that video. Why did it become viral?
Yeah.
So, I thought I could make a formula na I started the video with this. Ito yung light setup. Ito yung videos. Ito yung video treatment. My voiceover. Like, I followed it, copied entirely what I did with a different recipe. And then the next one also got like 300K views. Not as much, but well, I realized na hindi pala kaya ng i-formula ang mga videos.
Makulit ang algorithm?
Yes, makulit pala ang algorithm, but it still performed. So I kept making videos just out of loving the process, and I was able to grow my social media with this trip lang to 1 million followers in 6 months.
This is TikTok.
TikTok
Wow, that's
po.
quick.
Yeah, and after that's when I expanded, cross-posted it on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, tas sabay-sabay na po silang tumaas. So it was really a fast rate of growing nung umpisa. And then what really helped me boost that career is signing into a management. So, with Miss Kat Bautista and Christian Bautista.
Of course, yeah.
Nima.
Uy, guest ko yan sa podcast.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mentioned
But,
it also.
I'm actually quite close to them because we go
Yeah.
to the same church.
Yeah, opo. So, sila po yung nagbigay sa akin ng idea of the bigger picture of this economy na hindi lang pala siya pwedeng trip-trip lang sa like yung paggawa lang po mismo ng simpleng content in the house. There's so much opportunities and there's so many people involved in this giant industry which is content creation. So, mas nagkaroon po kami ng long-term plans and strategies. Doon na po pumasok yung actively creating a series of collaborations and trying to work with these people who will not just help me and help them expand our reach together, but also further strengthen yung expression of values po ba? Kasi para sa akin yung collaborations, it's not just using each other's reach to help each other, but also talagang sinasabi mo sa mga tao na parehas kami ng values ng tao na to. So, making the community or our following much more stronger.
Kumbaga, you improve each other's equity at the
Yes,
same time.
opo, yeah.
Nagtitibayan kayong pareho.
Yes.
Pero, speaking of collaborations, iba na mga nakakollab mo level naman. Paano mo nakakollab si Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah. I would credit it also to both the people, the fans, the reputation of the standard of the videos that I put out throughout the years, and also my management. So, yung story po niya, nagsimula talaga yung conversation with Nima, with Miss Kat asking me, ano ba yung wish mo? Ano yung pangarap mo talaga if you had to have one best wish in your life as a content creator, what would it be? And to me, it was collaborating with Gordon Ramsay. So, they tried to make it happen on their side by like reaching out, even before he had his own restaurant in here. From my end, I've always been a fan, so I naturally just engage with this content. I watch all of his videos and I make references in my videos that are Gordon Ramsay references. And just, I think yung standard or the quality of the videos that I put out, I think it helped because these big names would also like to be with credible looking people, I guess.
Of course.
That makes sense.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. And ayan po, I think it's also sa fans naman, collaborations, again, it's number one, it's helping each other with the reach. And I think during that time, Gordon's team was trying to connect also with the Filipino audience through food, which is also my mission, is to connect people together or bring more attention to Filipino culture through food. So nag-match or nag-align po yung values namin, and the fans really helped make the noise para mapansin kami ng isang Gordon Ramsay.
So paano kayo pinansin ng isang Gordon Ramsay? How did the process start?
Yeah.
Tinawagan nyo ba? In-email nyo?
Yeah.
Paano?
So among all of that, I got a call from Miss Kat.
Okay.
I was at an event.
Si Kat Bautista.
Si Kat, yeah.
Siya
my
ang
manager.
CEO ng Nima.
Yeah. So I got a call from her and she said, they reached out to us. I think as a response to our pangungulit for many years, they finally responded to us and merong opportunity to do a video with him, but it's not sure. We're not sure, but there is an opportunity because he's opening a restaurant in here and he's coming here. So ako, gumawa agad ako ng document, ng proposal, what can we do, just in case mag-develop yung opportunity na to. And, kumbaga, talagang, dahil kinulit namin sila for many years, and ngayon may possibility.
Kasi pupunta siya dito ng 2-3 araw.
Opo, pinush talaga namin. So we submitted the concept, ganyan, and everything. And then na-confirm yung collaboration when he replied to one of my videos na I did a crab cake lumpia, which is crab cake, he's known for that in his restaurants. Sarap yung crab cakes nila doon. So I made a crab cake lumpia as a final parinig, and nag-comment siya ng ilumpia rin yung, challenge niya ako, ilumpia ko rin raw yung beef Wellington.
Oh, yun. Naparad
Yeah.
ko. Sarap.
Yeah. So, dahil lang galing na yon kay...
I think that's the chunkiest lumpia in the world. Beef Wellington lumpia.
Yes, and the most expensive, I would say.
Oo.
And dahil si Chef Gordon na yon, nag-comment na siya doon, confirmed collab. We met with his team to discuss yung, so, saan kami pwede mag-shoot. Ayun, preparation and everything, because I met Chef Gordon exactly in the video that you saw.
Yeah.
Kung ano yung first meetup namin doon, yun talaga yun. I only saw him during the time slot that they gave us. You have 30 minutes with him, that's it. So, walang prior meeting with him, only with his team. So, ayun, I still...
Kinikilig ka pa.
Opo, grabe. Hindi ako makapaniwala hanggang ngayon na nangyari yon.
Ilang million views na yung Gordon Ramsay TikTok mo?
Oh my.
At least 20 million? Probably more.
I think if you total all views from all platforms, I would say around 100 million
Oh my gosh.
views.
And the biggest of which is what platform?
Maybe TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Mabait ang algorithm ng TikTok sa lahat.
Yes. And Filipinos are very supportive of their fellow Filipinos.
Yeah.
Lalo kapag ka merong international recognition. So, hindi naging mahirap sa kanila na suportahan yun at i-share yon parang achievement na feel din nila na we got a Filipino talent getting recognized by this famous chef.
And he said that your lumpia is delicious. Diba he said that on air, no?
Oh my God.
Galing.
Yes. Opo. And we know that he really liked it kasi...
And you know naman how he cuts down people pagka hindi masarap.
Yeah. Actually
Matara yan si Gordon Ramsay.
Yan po yung kinabahan ako kasi I know that he's in the entertainment industry and of course he's informed this is a collaboration with a content creator, it's gonna be published. So inisip ko na okay, baka mabaitan naman niya. Although I know that he's really kind. Kung hindi siya nasa character
ang online persona niya matara.
Yeah, nasa character niya na Hell's Kitchen or the devil in the kitchen. But I know that this person will not lie if my food is bad.
Of course, because that's his credibility.
Yes, because although this is a collab and you expect him to be polite in front of a camera, you will know if he doesn't like what you just served him. His face will show it. And so that was the biggest challenge for me when I secured this collab is I have to make sure that the food I served him is gonna be nice.
Of course.
Kasi during his visit here, I was the only person also allowed to feed him what I cooked.
Yung iba hindi pala.
Yung iba hindi po.
Interview lang.
Yeah, interview lang or if they were going to ask him rank these Filipino foods, they would just give him a photo but not really feed him. And he also had a collab with Niana Guerrero and
Did they dance together?
They danced together and they also cooked, but the food is from his restaurant.
Yeah.
But I cooked the food outside of the restaurant, my own recipe. So I'm not sure if he will like the concept, if the produce is gonna be good enough for him. Just if he thinks it's a cool concept, if it's gonna be good. So, yun po yung focus ko this entire time na nagprepare kami for this collab. Aside from leading the team, making sure that's efficient na pag dumating si Gordon, walang tenga time.
Yeah.
It's the food. Yeah.
Galing.
It's the food.
Who are the other big names that you've collabed with? Si Nigel Chen.
Yeah, si Uncle Roger.
Si Uncle Roger. Kailan mo nakaka-collab si Uncle Roger? Paano mo naman ginawa yun?
Yeah. Okay pa. So, next
Uncle Roger. He's so funny. I really like that guy.
Yeah.
Even before he was big, I was watching him already.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Nakakatawa siya. And he doesn't like Gordon Ramsay. Lagi niyang tinitira.
Yeah.
Oh.
But Gordon used him as a...
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Hindi niya pinatulan niya kunyari.
Pinatulan niya. And ginamit niya yun as a way to...
Even increase
hindi
his
siya
reach.
napikon, di ba? So, si Uncle Roger naman po, the story is, we went to the US last year to receive an award in New York, the Webby Awards. So, dahil nandun na rin kami, sinulit na namin, nag-extend kami for like 3 weeks.
This is with nakanima ka na niyan?
Yeah, kasama ko po si Miss Karen Tombali and si Miss Kat Bautista. Nag-extend kami with the mission to connect with people talaga that I am a fan of and try to get collaborations with them because at that time hindi ko alam kung makakabalik pa ba ako ng US. It was my first time out of Asia. During that time the ticket was really expensive. Hotel staying there is really expensive. So in my head, I want to make the most out of this trip. So I just reached out to everyone kahit yung kapag sinend mo po yung proposal, mapapaano ka. Parang, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. Yeah, that's so embarrassing. I hope they don't find me cringe. Kasi talagang delulu mode.
Delulu mode,
kami. Like, ako yung nahihiya na, talaga ba, ang laki-laki ng account na to, i-message ko to ask them to collaborate with me. But sila Miss Kat, they really encouraged me and, just shoot your shot. And ayun, one of the first people to respond and say yes is Uncle Roger.
Is it because you're Asian too? Baka mababait siya sa mga Asian?
I guess. I mean, the Asian card, ang masasabi ko lang dyan is, he really is, I would say, one of the nicest collaborators I've ever worked with. And I think it's because of the Asian thing. Yeah, iba
when you say
warmth.
he's nice, How warm is he? Kasi
Yeah.
hindi siya warm dun sa video niya eh. He's
Yeah.
very sarcastic, lalo na kay Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, he's a very warm, kind person. So the difference
He's Canadian,
is
di ba? What is
he's Malaysian.
No, but is he based in the States or based in Canada?
I think he stayed in London to pursue his stand-up comedy
He's a stand-up
career.
comic.
Yeah. And then he moved to LA kasi nga content creation naman, yun naman ang that's the place to be. So he's kind because of all the collaborators I reached out to, siya lang yung hey, let's hop on a call and talk about your ideas and some ideas I have. And nag-Zoom kami, nag-video call kami. Sabi niya, ito yung kitchen ko. Ayan, let me know anong kailangan mo. Here are my pots and pans. Very hands-on and very generous with his time. Kasi may mga collaborator din po na, okay, let's do a collab. Come to this location. Tapos pupunta ka lang doon and you say, okay, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Tapos yun na yun. After you,
Walang plano.
And after you do the collab, that's it. You can go home.
Whenever you collab with these big names, hindi ka sinisingil.
Hindi po. Yeah, surprisingly. Actually, hindi. Doon po ako na gulat na never kami nasingil. Actually, wala po sa utak ko or I did not know that may mga naniningil pala.
Sa Pilipinas, marami.
Yun nga po. Ayun nga po. Gusto ko rin po yan.
Hindi pa nga sikat eh. Lakas
Gusto ko rin
maningil
po
eh.
yan pag-usapan.
Okay, sikat pero 3 months lang yung sikat, ang lakas maningil.
Yeah. So, ito po yung unang beses that we tried to do collaborations. And in the US, even though they were multiple times more like bigger than me, they never charged me.
Yeah.
Even Sawiti, yung she's a singer-rapper.
Yeah. Sawiti ang pangalan.
Yeah, not even a content creator mainly, pero she didn't charge us. No, nobody did. And kaya po nakagulat that when you come home to the Philippines and you get invited to do a collab, and then they start to charge you, even though they were the ones who invited you. Nakakagulat.
And then nagugulat ako sa sinisingil. Nakakagulat. Anyway, pag-usapan natin mamaya. Tuloy mo muna yung sa'yo.
So, ayun po, nakakagulat kasi yung mentality namin with collaborations is really we help each other. And para sa akin, maliban doon is that I really just like to work with people and make kasi nga po, I love the process. Just really have fun in the kitchen making something entertaining. Yun lang. And that's why I also collaborate only with people I vibe with. Or parang, uy, trip ko yan. Parang saya mo kasama. Yun. So, nakakagulat. If there's something that I learned from that is, I wish that more in the content creation industry in the Philippines, I wish they were more open to collaborate with other people without
remuneration.
Yeah. Kasi they have to understand it. We're helping each other here.
Yeah.
May maliit man na...
No, in fairness naman, most people naman collaborate like that, no? Pero may ilan na rin na nagugulat ako.
Yeah.
Yan. O kaya ayaw sumagot dahil parang alam mong naniningil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tayong time machine, ang memories naman natin ang pinakamabilis na paraan para makabalik sa nakaraan. Alam niyo ba na ang memory ay galing sa Latin word na memor? Ibig sabihin ay to remember something that has passed. Diyan din galing ang salitang memorare o yung mga remembrances ng mga nakaraan natin. Mahalaga talaga ang pag-preserve ng memory. Kung gusto niyo ma-enhance ang memory niyo, ma-improve ang focus, mabawasan ang stress at maiwasan ang pagiging makakalimutin, try Memo Plus Gold. Trusted na ito for almost 20 years. Meron tong Bacopa Monnieri herb na proven safe and effective to enhance brain function. Clinically tested din ito sa CDRI ng India at BSI sa Australia. Available ang Memo Plus Gold sa Mercury Drug, Watsons at lahat ng leading drugstores nationwide, pati Shopee at Lazada. Tandaan, para hindi makalimot, Memo Plus Gold. Pag-usapan naman natin yung teka muna, UP years mo naman. Ayun, kanina, na-excite ako kanina.
Yeah.
So your course in UP was sa HRM?
HRIM, yeah.
HRIM na ba ang tawag?
Yeah, opo.
Nung panahon ko, HRM lang eh.
May HRA pa nga
May
daw
HRA
po.
pa?
Yeah, nagbago na siya. So pag sinabing HRIM, ay bagets.
Bagets. Yan. So you took up, because you really love food, And
Opo.
ang passion mo talaga food.
Yeah.
So hindi ka lang content creator visually, basta sabi mo, masarap talaga yung pagluluto mo.
I would say, opo. I have really high standards for myself, and throughout the years I've made a lot of mistakes already. So ngayon, I would say my cooking is very decent.
How do you see Abby Marquez? Well, you're very humble. Gusto kong patikin mo sa akin, ha.
Sige
I want to taste what you cook also. Gusto ko tikman yung pinanda mo kay Gordon Ramsay. Ang kapal ng lumpia na yun, puro karne ang laman, no? Parang
medium rare.
ang dating niya parang ano na eh, parang kebab.
Oh, yeah.
Di ba parang kebab lumpia?
Talagang parang mini Wellington po talaga
Parang
yung dating.
steak lumpia. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
steak lumpia. Mhm.
So, what's I gonna say? How do you see yourself 20 years from now? Still creating content, or like Gordon Ramsay with a restaurant or a chain of restaurants already that was brought about by your fame online? How do you see yourself?
I wish I can do what I'm doing now for as long as I can, just because I love it. I love the process. And ngayon po, I'm very lucky that people also find it valuable what I'm doing, because I enjoy it really. So I will do it for as long as I can. So if in 20 years, people still support the videos that I do, I will still do it. And maybe even kahit hindi masyado ng pinapanood, maybe I would still do it just because I love the process. For sure, I will have my own restaurant. I think that's always been part of my dreams. That's why I took HRIM. Yung career planning ko talaga po nun was, after I graduate, I'll work
In a restaurant?
in a restaurant or in a hotel for a couple of years to gain experience, and then magkaroon ng sariling restaurant. But right now, my thought process is, I'm really the type of person who wants to give 100% in any of the projects, and I know what it takes to run a restaurant, and it's gonna be so demanding.
Oo.
Yeah.
Ano yan eh? Dapat nakamando ka talaga, no?
Yes.
Nakatuto ka.
Yes.
Sabi nga nila, to make money daw from a restaurant, dapat nagbibilang ka ng tinapay.
What does that mean?
Ibig sabihin yung hanggang pesos and centavos binibilang mo.
Yeah.
Kasi kung mag-aaksaya ka ng... A lot of revenue is lost with wastage.
Yes po.
And theft also.
Yeah.
May ganyan pa.
Yeah.
So,
We also
babantayan mo talaga.
studied that.
You studied that?
Yeah.
No? Parang what they do daw with theft is you just factor it in because it's going to happen anyway.
Actually, opo. In one of my subjects in college, human resources, may tanong palagi doon, what is a human resource issue? And hindi tinatanggap yung sagot na theft. Sabi nila, kasi you can never solve it.
You can never solve it.
You can never solve it. So, yeah, definitely waste, because like for example, the way they cost things, mga nanonood, nakikinig, the way they cost things in a restaurant or in a bar is they look at the bottle of wine, for example, and this bottle of wine costs 1,000 pesos. How many servings can this yield?
Yeah.
5 servings. Kung yung waiter mo mag-overpour sa mga glasses and it ends up being served only for 3,
Talo ka na nun.
talo ka na. So, malaking bagay yung mga wastage or na-overcook na steak. Paano mo babawiin
Tapos
yung
ibabalik.
cost nun?
Oo.
Yeah. So, kailangan siyang tutukan, and I want it to be like my baby, na talagang hands-on ako. And also the risk na if somebody eats at my restaurant and they don't have a nice experience, I think very much affected yung online career.
Oo, magkatali yun eh.
Magkatali po yun.
Sira ang credibility mo.
Sira ang credibility. They will think that everything I post online
Is fake.
hindi na masarap.
Hindi masarap.
Kasi may nakain sila once na hindi masarap.
Oo.
Which is, I think, it's a little too risky. And at the same time, I also like to take my time trying to establish ano ba yung flavors ko. Kasi right now, admittedly po medyo, I'm still in my early years in the culinary
A business.
journey. And sa umpisa po kasi talaga gagaya-gagaya ka muna ng mga dishes, to see what you like. You start experimenting, you start trying new things. But I don't think I have found my flavors yet.
Talaga, ha?
I'm still studying. First time ko po mag-abroad in the past 2 years, 3 years. All I know is Filipino food, and all I know is Filipino food that we have at home. Ngayon lang po talaga ako nagkaroon din ng privilege to explore and really know what I'll excel in and what I like.
Why is Abby Marquez successful?
May mga tao po nagsasabi sa akin na kahit saan ako ilagay, I will still find my way to excel on it. I think it's my upbringing and mentality na I'm really self-competitive. May pride po ako na whatever I do, it has to be good.
Are you an honor student?
Yes po.
Magna cum laude? Summa cum laude?
Magna cum laude po.
Galing.
Yeah. I'm so self-competitive na yung nickname ko sa Facebook, pinalitan ko na Abby, 4 Uno units, 2 1.25 to get a summa. Very intentional po and talagang self-competitive.
You're very hard on yourself?
Yes, I think that comes with it. Yeah. Perfectionism, being hard on yourself, imposter syndrome. I think it's magkakatali po yan at lahat po niyan meron ako.
Very self-competitive people have very little friends. Do you have a lot of friends or just a small batch of people around you?
I would say I'm very lucky to have found a group of loyal friends. Kung small sila, I would say in high school maybe, like close, 5 to 8 people. And in content creation, I have a group of like 3 to 5 people. Ang napansin ko po is, I keep them small and tight. You know? Yeah.
By choice.
Yeah, by choice.
By choice, yeah.
And hindi ko po alam kung dahil sa time din ba, kulang na rin ba sa time na maghanap ng bagong friends. But I guess being exposed to a lot of people in this career, you also learn if someone has an agenda or if someone really loves you or cares for you. So I'm very lucky to have formed a group of loyal friends, and I'd like to keep them. I like to keep it that way, actually.
Of course, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
No? All you need is one.
Actually.
All you need is one. For those who want to start a career like yours, best words of advice. Napaka-competitive na ngayon. Dati-rate,
Yeah.
I remember to provide content online, dati-rate, virtual presence, pwede na eh. What are you doing? Ganyan lang. Tapos kahit magulo. Ngayon, even production values, pagandahan na ngayon eh.
Yeah.
Humihirap eh. For those who want to start at this point in their lives, how should they do it?
Ang dami pong pwedeng advice. But
The most important advice.
I think the most important is adding value to yourself first.
Okay.
Because in social media, the people who really succeed and last are those who can provide value to others. Whether it's educational, or they can make people laugh, or they can make a video that is polished and very nice to watch.
Impress people,
impress. And I don't think you can do that if you have nothing in you to start, nothing to offer. So I would really emphasize on figuring out what value you can offer and really improving yourself. It's something that kahit ngayon yung mga content creators na we still try to do. I still try to continuously learn more cooking techniques so that I can teach it. Before I started, I was already training myself editing, cinematography, writing, and that's why I was able to come up with such polished videos.
I have to say, they are polished. Yeah. Galing.
Yeah. I would say, yun po, number one is to add value to yourself first.
What is the best way to add value to oneself? Continuously
learn, like actively teach yourself things. What I do is I consume a lot of educational media.
Yeah.
But that's because the value that I offer is also educational. Like literally teaching people how to cook. Kunyari, entertainment creator ka. You like to make people laugh. I think they also, like for example, Uncle Roger, he probably tried to learn the craft for years before he was
makes
able
fun of it. Yeah.
before he was able to start doing stand-up comedy in London or something. So yun, mag-aral ka, try to invest in yourself when you can. If you're trying to be a food reviewer on TikTok, start thinking more about what you're eating and try to describe it. Like, practicein mo muna before ka sumalang sa social media and say, masarap to, hindi to masarap. Learn how to describe it.
Marami kasi nagsasabing masarap. Hindi naman masarap eh.
Yeah,
O kaya,
that one also.
may bayad.
Oh my God. Yeah. Or,
Diba?
ako pa medyo
Ex-deal.
pet peeve ko. Yung ano lang, pag kinain niya, yun lang sabi niya, masarap, hindi masarap. Pero hindi niya ma-explain kung bakit.
Ay, oo, maraming ganyan.
Opo. But when I started, hanggang ngayon po may document ako. Ways to explain texture. Words to explain visual. Talaga pong merong active,
Galing,
merong initiative to be better at the craft. So when people watch it, angat ka din talaga among all the thousands who try to do it.
What makes a good video?
What makes a good video? Obviously, number one, the value. Number two is making it seamless. Yun po yung
Seamless.
technical aspect of it. So, I got the word seamless from my degree program in hospitality. Ang sinasabi po kasi sa amin noon, a customer will enjoy their stay in a restaurant or hotel if it is seamless. If they come in the hotel, nag-check-in sila, punta sila sa kwarto nila, tulog sila, without anything going wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that also applies to videos. In order to make something seamless, there has to be a lot of attention and work put into it. In a hotel, hindi natin alam yung tinawagan nating room service, tinatakbo nila yung nakatrolley mong dish from the restaurant in the lobby up to your room. Dapat pagbukas ng plate, mainit pa. That takes a lot of work. But to you see na tumawag ka 20 minutes ago, dumating ngayon, mainit. Kapag ka hindi mainit, mali. It's not seamless to you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that go into making something seamless. And in a video...
And the hard part is the details, no?
The details.
Anyway, in the video, go on.
And in a video, the same thing.
Yeah.
A video can go viral with good storytelling. Actually, a lot of viral videos, a lot of them would not be high quality, but they would have a good story. Kaya, number one, storytelling and value. And the technical aspect, seamless, meaning nothing distracts them from watching the video. For example, kunyari sabog yung audio. Sabog na ang hirap, ang grating panoorin. Or
wrong spelling yung caption.
Wrong spelling yung caption. Sometimes that's a trick to engage, di ba? Like,
minsan
Yeah, they try to mispronounce things or spell things the wrong way para may mag-comment. Para pang-bait ng comment, ng engagement. But like, sabog yung audio or sobrang dilim ng video, hindi maintindihan yung nangyayari. Or videohan nila yung pagkain, it's taken from the wrong angle. Like, can you imagine reviewing a burger and yung shot mo sa burger is a top shot, like overhead.
Nakita mo yung sesame seed lang.
Yeah. So, how will people appreciate the burger if you took it from above, from the bun? So, yun yung mga technical aspects that go into it, lighting, audio, video, which you can learn. And again, these are secondary. These are the things that will make it seamless. But really, a successful video has something to offer.
Number one is the story.
Storytelling, value. Yun po. Yeah.
Are your videos, malaki ng kita mo?
Most of my income comes from endorsements.
Sponsorship, yeah.
Sponsorship. Monetization, saks lang. Ano po? Sakto lang talaga.
Is it still, kasi sa Facebook you have about 2 million followers.
Yeah.
Almost 2 million. Does it still monetize well? Because I remember, like 10 years ago, it was monetizing very well.
Yeah.
Then when I started vlogging during the pandemic, about 1 million views would be about maybe 40,000-50,000 pesos. Ganyan yan eh. Noon.
Yeah.
How is it now?
Oh my God. I could show you, but I could actually show you. But now, sobrang baba na po. So, the thing is, it's very volatile.
Yeah.
Video with a reel with a 1 million view performance.
A reel in
Like Facebook, a Facebook video,
yeah.
a Facebook video with a Facebook video about finance.
Okay.
With 1 million views will perform or give you different revenue than a video about pranking someone with 1 million views.
So, depende rin sa topic, ha?
Depende po sa topic at depende sa mga brands na bumibili ng ad space.
Tama.
Yeah. It's very volatile. Hindi po siya...
Hindi set.
Hindi siya directly correlated to just the performance of the video. Engagement matters. Somewhere in the internal workings of the algorithm.
Yeah.
That
so on the average, 1 million views of a reel on Facebook for food, for instance.
Yeah.
On the how much is a ballpark figure?
Wala po talaga eh. Sometimes
Maliit.
it's zero.
Okay, minsan $50.
Sometimes it's zero. Sometimes it's 50.
Oo.
Sometimes it's 250.
Depende talaga.
Yeah, pero sobrang bihira po na umakyat siya ng $2,000 per video.
Yeah.
Talagang mataas na yung 1K.
Sa Facebook yan. Sa YouTube.
Sa YouTube,
Let's say,
hindi po kasi ako focus eh.
Hindi ka focused.
Opo.
Yeah.
But on YouTube,
1 million views.
hindi rin po siya...
Hindi rin set. No? Depende
hindi rin
rin
po talaga siya set.
Depende
Yeah.
rin, yeah.
It can be really from 0 to 50,000 pesos per video.
Sabi nila, political YouTube topics get very small lang. It can be 10 million views, pero if it's political, halos wala.
Oh.
Yeah.
From what I hear po, pranks are very low performing.
Low performing, yeah.
In terms of revenue. But finance, yung mga, I think, may mga...
Yung masarap i-advertise. Yung
Opo, yung may mga bumibili talaga ng slot for advertising.
How about food?
Food, I think, parang naririnig ko po, food has, in the content creation industry, mas malakas siyang kumita than other niche, like beauty, lifestyle. Food, wala pa monetization, you really can't set it. Endorsements, yes, generally it pays better.
Oh, dahil maraming produkto ang food related to food eh.
Yeah, and also cost-wise,
Yeah.
a content creator who makes a recipe video will have to invest in gas, ingredients, and recipe writing versus someone who will just try a product or visit a restaurant and take videos. So yun, mas malaki daw po talaga ang bayad.
Okay, Abby, napakaraming. Now, content creation is now a valid career. Dati
Yeah.
hobby lang yan eh.
Yeah.
Hobby lang yan. O kaya, alam mo yung content creation, dati, being on television for a couple of decades, it's something that we had to do because it's part of our audience eh. Now, it's a separate career. You can be just a content creator and be famous and make it a living already as a content creator. There are so many kids who want to be content creators.
Yeah.
Word of advice from Ate Abby.
Oh my God. To the kids.
To the kids. Most of them are kids, the ones who want to
To
start.
the kids. I guess ask yourself why you want to be a content creator. Kasi some would say they want to be famous. Some would say they want to earn. Kasi nakakakita sila ng mga content creator na nagpo-post, million-million ang kinikita.
Ako, yung mga anak ng kontraktor.
Oh my God. I wonder if kumikita sila sa,
Ay, naku, ewan ko
sa
ba?
vlogs nila.
Ako, napahamak tuloy yung mga tatay nila.
Yeah. Ask yourself, why do you want to start? Not just for the kids, but also to those just starting content creation. Why do you want to do it? Is it because you want the money or the fame, or do you have something to share that you want to help people? Because I think because of how brutal and volatile the industry is, if you start for the wrong reasons, you will not last.
What is the wrong reason?
I think a wrong reason would be money and fame. Talaga. Yeah, because I'm not sure if all the nights you'll burn out and all the consistent struggle to make something unique will be worth it to you. At pangalawa, if money and fame will motivate you to keep learning about the craft, to be able to sustain a career where you can also give out something consistently.
What is the best reason to get into it?
I'd say ang corny, pero
Go.
passion. I see passion.
No,
Yeah.
everyone's driven by passion. I'm driven by
Passion, but also acknowledging the fact that passion is not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it not enough? Passion and what else?
Passion and not sure if it's the right term, but yung business side,
Would you like to say practicality?
practicality, and like knowing how to play the game and
Yeah.
passion.
Yeah.
Passion to be able to create something unique, valuable for other people to watch, but you really have to learn how it works. You have to know how money moves. You have to learn how to talk to clients, to read contracts. You have to be interested in the changes in the algorithm because everything changes so fast. And especially if you're making a career out of this, there's a whole lot of other tasks involved to make a living out of this. So yun po, passion and that kind of like business mindedness,
sense.
business sense.
Okay. Abby, describe yourself in one word. What would that be?
Lumpia.
Lumpia. Malalim.
Lumpia.
Lumpia queen ka
Yeah.
talaga.
Lumpia.
Bakit lumpia?
Lumpia is approachable.
Okay.
Lumpia is, ayoko sabihin na likable. I would just
It
say
is likable.
approachable.
Delicious. Universally delicious.
Yeah.
Diba?
Universally delicious si Abby Marquez.
Yeah.
Universally delicious. It's likable. It's familiar. And it's a reflection of her culture, I'd say. Yeah.
Abby, thank you ha. Maraming salamat. Isang oras na tayo.
Oh, totoo po ba?
Almost 1 hour, no?
Oh
50 plus
my.
minutes. But thank you so much. It was, whenever I guest someone in this podcast, I become close to them. Like I learned so much about you in this conversation, and I can honestly say that you deserve the term lumpia queen.
Thank you
Isa
po.
ka talagang lumpia. Malalim ka pala at gamit na gamit ang pagka-UP mo. I'm so proud of you.
Actually, yeah.
Husay mo.
Thank you
Thank
po.
you. It's an honor to have you here.
Salamat po. I
And,
had fun.
Yeah, and let's do this again. Ha?
Yes.
I'm sure marami magre-request nito. Part 2 So gawin natin ulit.
Send your UP questions.
Yan. Pwede. Question and answer next time.
Yeah. Oh, Christian is also from UP.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you po.
Maraming salamat for joining us in this episode of Ano Ba Talaga with Kuya Kim. In this podcast, we talk about anything under the sun. Basta merong takeaway. Kung sa tingin nyo dito sa conversation namin ni Abby, meron kayong takeaway, may natutunan kayo, na-inspire kayo, naaliw kayo, may 5 star dyan sa taas. Press 5 stars and rate us. And please press the notification bell. Every Wednesday, we upload new episodes para alam niyo kung kailan lalabas ang bagong episode. Thank you for joining us. We love you and God bless.
The Pod Network Entertainment. The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.